if I told you that you could 10x the information needed to make informed decisions with the identical resources that you have right now? Let's discover how. Sharing of information in business is such an undervalued practice. And in this country, we have a giant opportunity to share. South Africa is the global flagship for diversity, and we possess a petri dish of diverse thinking. That's a real advantage. In businesses where everyone thinks similarly, sharing information has little value because there is nothing distinctive to offer. We have one person's thinking replicated. Generic groups of people start out with less unique knowledge to share because they have more in common. And in this instance, it's a big disadvantage. That's why diversity is so valuable. When you have unique thinking, it adds to the quality of the decision-making process. However, diversity by age, gender, education, culture, or race doesn't automatically translate into advantages in decision-making. It must be activated. And that's where mutual respect is crucial. Respect is decisive in creating conditions of trust, where diverse team members are not reticent to share their unique brainpower. When leaders cultivate respect and create conditions of trust, businesses can expand the amount of knowledge they have available and create a decisive competitive advantage. The activation, therefore, is to create a trusted environment so information can be freely shared. How we work with diversity differentiates leaders and creates optimal conditions to get the best out of the people we serve. In fact, respect is one of the most valuable privileges we can give to others. It's a scarce virtue, and like anything scarce, it has high demand. It is extremely valuable. Usually, a glut of scarce resources released into a market causes value to depreciate, not with respect. This is where respect contradicts. The more respect we afford others, the more we drive its value upward. Respect is infectious. When we give it away, it replicates, attracts reciprocation, and builds conditions of trust, which is the open sesame to the free sharing of information. Respect has effective restorative powers in teams dealing with dysfunction. It is vital in building trust, improving productivity, elevating job satisfaction, and lowering conflict. But these are all remedies. Of course, as leaders, we often need to react to situations and correct inefficiencies. But there's a quality that great leaders have that is not well recognized, despite it being highly effective. And that is proactiveness. Leaders who are proactive and spend more time on prevention rather than remedy by intentionally developing and nurturing respect will create winning cultures and prevent these commercial diseases from ever manifesting in the first place. When repairing and correcting absorbs less of leadership's resources, we are afforded more time to invest in growth. Cultivating a culture of mutual respect is a massive builder of trust, which is a catalyst for high performance. With respect being a sturdy building block in the construction of trust in organizations, we'd expect to find it front of mind with leaders. Yet the Ernst & Young Global Research of Full-Time Employees highlighted trust as 7th on the list of statements contributing to why employees don't trust their leader. The hard truth is, in the absence of respect, a leader will not be able to get out of the starting blocks. When dealing with respect, leaders need to get the small things right if they are to get the big things right. Leaders and team members are joint custodians of respect, but it is leadership's role to detect cracks and look for the bubble beneath the surface. When blatant violations in respect have broken trust and resulted in dysfunction and even disintegration, it is because we have not taken care of the little things. Nathan Glazer first gave this concept voice in a 1979 article on subway graffiti in New York, arguing that graffitiists and criminals who rob, rape, assault, and murder passengers are part of one world of uncontrollable predators. For Glazer, a government's inability to control even a minor crime like graffiti signaled to citizens that it certainly couldn't handle more serious ones. Perhaps this sounds familiar to us. The school of thought solved the high crime on subways and it reclaimed public spaces in New York. They achieved this not by targeting rapists, but by arresting and then jailing commuters who hopped over the turnstiles to avoid payment for their journey. They were ruthless on the small things, and this solved the big things. There is no difference in business. Leaders should not only model respect to the people they lead, they should also be vigilant in recognizing minor breaches of respect and deal with them decisively. This practice will serve us well because when respect and trust is shattered, the shards of glass can never be reassembled. The single most important attribute of respect is that it is a strong builder of trust, and high trust is the catalyst for high performance. Mutual respect encourages healthy relational cultures and contributes to a sense of fairness where everyone believes they have equal opportunity. Demonstrating equal opportunity is vital. The lack of equal opportunity is cited as the second most damning factor destroying trust in organizations. Where we have healthy relational cultures, team members seek to resolve aggravating issues or bitterness instead of allowing them to fester and spread disease. If they feel angst, they approach the right person to address it rather than serve their own feelings of bitterness by approaching the company gossip in the canteen. Respect contributes enormously to high trust in teams, and it is only teams with high trust that can adjust, pivot, and adapt seamlessly in a dynamic business environment and move in unison toward common purpose. And common purpose is a superpower. When we mention respect and diversity in the same sentence, most brains go to gender-based violence or race inequality. Both social diseases and both based on a scant respect for differences. But I want to take your brains to another demographic, often overlooked and even disregarded in business: age, specifically youth. Housed within many organizations is rich diversity of age. A 23-year-old and 63-year-old see the world through different eyes, and therein lies a rich vein of diverse thinking. Yet most organizations don't avowed opinion of the younger generations. When we want solutions, we turn to experience, which presents us with two potential pitfalls. Firstly, to have experience, you need to have been around for a while. That automatically excludes a 23-year-old or Gen Z. The flaw there is that we keep tapping into the same brains and wonder why we get the same results. The world is not a rolled up carpet that, when kicked out, will unravel the same way it did 12 months ago. We need new ideas and brains that think differently. We need diverse thinking if we, as business, are to stay relevant to our clients. You see, losing relevance is tantamount to becoming extinct. The second pitfall is that if we don't create conditions of trust and show young talent respect, we may miss an entire generation of creativity and brain power. Ask yourself this: who best represents your future client, the 23-year-old or the 63-year-old? So should we not at least invite our younger future thought leaders to the decision-making table? And once they are there, pay them enough respect to ask their opinion and listen. I mean, really listen to their points of view. Should we perhaps become intentional about not allowing the immune system of business to destroy creative thinking? Of course we should. It starts with respect, which establishes an environment of trust. That's the only platform to invite the latent potential of intergenerational diversity and decision-making. To end, let's start at the beginning. Respect starts with you. As leaders and humans, we can only give what we have. It is difficult for you to show respect for others if you are lacking respect for yourself. People treat us as we invite them to. And if we do not respect ourselves, then others will find it difficult to respect us. I'm Shane Ward, and this talk was my fifth and final installment of my series on building trust through respect. Contact me through my website to come and chat to your business or your team.